Hello and good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here with your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Didn't I just talk with you guys last night? Didn't I? Didn't I? I did, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm still trying to work out this schedule. We'll find a rhythm here. I may not do a Friday night because I think Saturday morning makes more sense than Friday night for an update. I don't know. Sunday morning. I'll do a Sunday morning tomorrow. Anyway, it's May 24th. It is Memorial Day weekend. And I can tell you that scattered showers will be in the forecast for today. It is certainly not going to be a washout. So if you made plans to go to the lake, to do a cookout, to go camping, hiking, biking, whatever, outdoors, anything outdoors, working in the yard, going to the pool, you can go. I think you're going to be just fine. We'll check radar and the forecast in a moment, but let me show you the way it looks outside this morning with the exclusive Plano Cam. And here we go. You can see the clouds that are with us this Saturday morning. And the upper winds are pushing the clouds along. You can almost, if you stare at the clouds for just a few seconds, you can see them moving. Yeah, almost in a northeasterly fashion. So there is rain that will be coming in, but not so much today. And it's going to look like this today: mix of clouds and sunshine, but not necessarily rain and not necessarily all sunshine. But you will see times of sun today. And then there will be some of you that will begin to see a few scattered showers as we go through the day. But the heaviest rains are going to hold off until we get on into the weekend. So if you want to be outdoors today, it's still looking good. Maybe not as blue sky, as much blue sky as yesterday, but it's still going to be an awesome day. So get out there, take advantage of it. I think you're going to be just fine. Like I said, maybe later today, especially, there will be better opportunity for some rain and perhaps a thunderstorm. But here's also some good news. I do not see threats or any threat of severe weather. None at all this weekend. Any of that kind of stuff is going to stay far away from us so that we just don't have to worry about it. For once, we don't have to worry about severe weather. Yesterday's high, 72. Boy, was it nice. 9 degrees cooler than normal, with 81 being the normal high temperature. 51 was the low yesterday morning. And let me tell you, there were some of you that started in the mid and upper 40s. It was that cool yesterday morning. Not record territory, but chilly. No precipitation in the past 24 hours. But as I show you radar this morning, you can see the red dot flashing there. That's Bowling Green. That's me. That's Plano, Kentucky, where I'm located. And then you can see around us, everything is very dry. But until you get to, parts of our southwestern area, which then would include Jackson, Tennessee. You get over here toward uh, places like Arkansas, around the Paragould area, Kennett, Missouri. You get toward Dyersburg, Tennessee. All of this rain is associated with an upper wave that is moving through. And that upper wave is going to push south and east. Look at that. I can even draw on this radar. This is called WeatherWise. and I went with the WeatherWise Plus application, which you can get this radar if you want. It is available for download on your app or on your PC screen, like I've got it this morning. Let me move this up here. This is, yeah. So there you go. That's your drawing tools right there. So all of this that you're seeing right here, that's just ground clutter. Okay. That's not rain. So we are void of any rain this morning. And so that is what's going on. Now, this upper wave and Gulf of Mexico moisture that will be coming in today from the south from a stalled front is going to meet up with this upper wave, and the two are going to work together to bring us our better chance of rain as we get into the day tomorrow. But in the meantime, all the nasty weather, the rainy weather, is staying off to our south and west. So you can go ahead, and that's why I'm saying you can go ahead and have that cookout today. You can do what you want to do today outdoors, and it's going to be just fine. You may get a shower somewhere, especially in the southwestern corner of the 270, but that's it. Okay. Here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet this morning, and everything's looking pretty fine. Some cloud cover this morning. That's it. Just cloud cover. Oops. Let me get back to that. There we go. I had it zoomed in and then it zoomed back out. So we've got upper 50s to near 60 back in Western Kentucky. We're seeing low to mid 50s here in the Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky area, and then upper 40s again to low 50s out to the east. Winds are light and variable, mostly from the east, a light east southeasterly wind at maybe 3 to 5 or 6 miles per hour, but that's it. The air is very dry too, and I can tell you that because the dew points are only in the 40s and 50s. So it is going to be one of those days that starts very dry, and then it's going to take a while for us to get saturated. It's going to take a long time, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, here are the clouds that you're seeing, and you saw this morning, just a few moments ago, on the Plano cam here at 6:56 a.m. And these clouds, some are streaming in from the south, others are streaming in from the northwest with that disturbance that's moving through Missouri, and you can see the lightning. That's real-time lightning that's clustering and flashing back there around West Plains, Missouri, on up to Springfield, Missouri, and then down into and toward Little Rock, Arkansas, getting kind of moving into Jonesboro and those places. The rain you saw on the radar back here in West Tennessee, there's no lightning or thunder with that. It's just rain. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of instability or a whole lot of convection, if you will, lightning, thunder, all that kind of stuff. We'll see some during the weekend, but heavy rain is a possibility. I think we could see some of that become heavier rain as we go through time. Here's a look at the severe weather threat. And as I mentioned, we're not even close. It's going to be well down to our south and west, not here. This is today. Here's tomorrow. A few general thunderstorms, garden variety stuff. Severe weather threats going to be off to the south and west of us. Here's Monday, Memorial Day, just your garden variety showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder. And then we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and beyond. I mean, everything is clean and clear. So, no severe weather worries at all with this particular system, just rain and a few thunderstorms. And that goes for everybody that's watching this morning. Unless you're watching from Mississippi or Arkansas or some places like that, you're gonna see some severe weather. Here's a look at the what we call the QPF. That's the quantitative precipitation forecast. So as you can see, we're looking at collectively, not all at one time, but collectively, we're looking at that's going to be around 2.5 inches. There may be some locations closer to the Tennessee border and into the 615 and the 901, which is the Memphis area, Memphis region area code. You're going to pick up a lot more rain. Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, over the course of the weekend, maybe up to 3 or 4 inches. We could see 1 to 2 easily here in southern Kentucky, but there could be some spots that get up to 3 inches of rain. Now, I know you're worried about maybe flooding, but if there is any flooding, it's going to be minor. It would just be in a couple of places that normally in a heavy rain type situation get a lot of water, and that's about the extent of it. It's not going to be anything like April was, or big floods. It's not going to be that. Okay, so here's the current picture, the weather maps. High pressure now off to the east of us, so that is naturally going to allow this disturbance now rolling through Missouri to move in during the day. But we're still going to be dry. And even though this is kind of painted in here, parts of Western Kentucky, here's the land between the lakes. It, you may get a shower at some point today, but it's just going to be that. It's just going to be a shower. It's not going to be anything too intense. Heavier rain and thunderstorms are going to be back here to the west. Keep in mind, even though there's a lot of moisture above us, at about 10,000 feet or below, it's extremely dry. So all that moisture is going to it will take a long time for the moisture columns to saturate down to the ground. So, yes, the clouds you're seeing, that's the rain. But here at the surface, it's too dry. You go under that kind of a 10,000-foot threshold down to the ground, it's dry. So the rain is going to have a hard time. The moisture is going to have a hard time coming our way. Here's 1 o'clock this afternoon. Notice Bowling Green, much of the area still dry. And this is just painted in because there's a possibility of an isolated shower. Nothing more than that. The better chance of rain is going to be back here along the Mississippi River this afternoon. Here's 7 o'clock tonight, and notice the heavier rain kind of goes away. That's that upper disturbance that is just kind of raining itself out. But now, this is when we're going to begin to see the Gulf moisture head north. So we've painted in just a very small chance of getting a shower this afternoon and this evening, but the rain chances are going to ramp up, especially as we get into Sunday. Now, in the morning, this is just after midnight, maybe a shower, and here comes the next wave of rainfall. And then we start to see the best coverage of rain taking over during the day on Sunday. This is when you could hear some rumbles of thunder and get some brief heavy rain, drenching downpours. Sunday afternoon, good coverage of the heavier rain. Here we go Sunday night into Monday morning. It backs off just a little bit, but then we'll have another surge coming in. Well, it's not loading in that piece. I wonder why. They may have not drawn it in. This is 1 o'clock Monday. Let me see if I can reload it. 1 o'clock Monday, Sunday, Monday. Here's 1 o'clock. Oh, okay. So they They just refreshed this. So here's 7 a.m. Tuesday. So we go Monday into Tuesday. This is when we're going to see the better instability. If there's going to be some, it's going to be Monday night into Tuesday, but still not enough for severe weather. Severe weather is just too much water, too much moisture, too much of that. There's more of that than there is instability. So therefore, you're going to get an occasional rumble of thunder and some heavy downpours Monday night into Tuesday. We'll be in that warm sector as well, a little bit warmer, but not much warmer. Temperatures, as you'll soon see, are all going to be running below normal, and normal is 81. We're going to be more like 71 next few days. Here's Wednesday morning. The rain begins to pull out. A decaying cold front comes through Thursday morning, puts an end to the showers temporarily, but then by Friday, the next system moves in, meets up with the old system, and we got really good coverage of rain next Friday. Let's take a look at the numbers. The model blender is giving us some really good numbers. Check it out. 70s running, a good 10, 11, 12 degrees below normal. I like that. Some cool nights in the 50s and 60s. Then we gradually just, just barely warming up a little bit more next week. And next weekend is the end of May, the beginning of June, and we're going to be running finally close to normal by the beginning of the following week, the first few days of June. But it's going to take that long for us to get there. All right. So keep your plans. Go do what you're going to do. Even though it looks cloudy, you can have your cookout, go to the pool, go to the lake, do what you're going to do outdoors in the yard, and everything's going to be mainly, mainly dry today, with the possibility of a shower sometime this afternoon. Better chance of it this afternoon, but the best chance coming tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay. So I hope that all of you have a wonderful and safe Memorial Day weekend. Let us not, of course, forget what Memorial Day weekend is all about. Thank you to all the brave and women and men who have served us before and who fought and died for our freedom so that we get to do the things this weekend that we want to do to ensure the safety of our country. Please just take a few minutes to think about them and not ourselves. This is about them. In memoriam. This is who built our country and who kept us safe. Let us think about that, and I'm sure you've got somebody in your family who has served and has gone on. Either they have passed on or maybe they gave their lives in sacrifice to our country in years past. So let's just remember them this weekend. Yeah, we get to go out and do what we want to do because of them. Because of them. Thank you. God bless you all and have a wonderful